Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming by Geeks channel. My name is Adam and I am back with episode 5 of my OpenTTD FIRS series. I know what you're going to say. It's something that I failed at my previous series, and that was forgetting that there's things other than trains. In this case, I think it's time to get some airports out there, because if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that series. I got utterly destroyed by these other companies because they focused a lot on aircraft, and it looks like they may be going the similar sort of way, and I don't want to lose again, so I need to jump on the bandwagon pretty quickly. So Tralo, it's got a lot of space. It's a big town. It's going to be growing eventually. Obviously, it's still quite new, Tralo Woods, but let's get a big airport joined onto the side of it, and let's find somewhere else to fly to. Now, I would fly to one of the other cities, but I don't really have anywhere suitable. I've still got to deal with Chonnington, by the way. Chonnington needs to join up here, doesn't it? We'll worry about that in a minute. But I need to find somewhere else that could accept a large airport that also has a decent size, that isn't on a ridiculous hill. So let's see, what can we find? Well, I'll tell you what, let's look at the town directory. We'll make sure it's sorted by population. Speaking of airports, new plane available. So obviously Quarborough is the biggest town, and if that hotel wasn't there, that would have been a nice spot for an airport, but it's no good. Tralo here is well, it was second. It's just literally dropped down to third, isn't it? So Akport. Okay. Oh, actually, look at that. But can I fit an airport in there and serve both the growing Akport and Whitlow? I can. That is totally going there. That was absolutely perfect. And that can act as a station for this cider mill. Let's have a plane. We'll start it from here. What plane should we have? Now, it was quite early in the game for planes. Yeah, we are in the 60s, so there's not a lot around. Planes are quite small and unreliable. As you can see from this Darwin 200, reliability is just 50%, and you don't want that in a plane, so they tend to drop out the sky. So you want to find one like this Darwin 100 here. It's not massive, but it actually somehow it's much bigger than the Darwin 200, but reliability 98%. I'll take that. Passengers, we send it. Actually, I don't even know where this is. Where? Oh wow! So we're right at the opposite end. Okay, so this one's just going to go straight down the map. Off he goes. Now, Tralo Woods is serviced by trains, and therefore passenger numbers will be kept quite low. So there's not going to be a great deal of passengers here yet. But as Tralo grows and the ratings increase, it will start to get bigger, and therefore it will start to produce more passengers. Plus, the ratings will go up as well. See that at Tralo, they're not too happy with me right now, but yeah, things will improve. Now, while we let that plane run for a little bit, let's deal with this guy here, who I completely forgot about, Chonnington. Now, Chonnington was a station that I put in solely because that was a really nice spot and I wanted to save it for later. But now that I'm here, I may as well get it plumbed into the main line. I'm going to move this crisscross thing to here, which just makes sense. Just one more piece I have to do. There we go. Let's remove these crossings and then remove the lights. The lights, the signals. It's not traffic lights. These aren't cars. So that's another station plumbed in, and we've still got a free platform over here which can go under this bridge should it need engineering supplies. Now all I've got to do, tell these guys, just before you get to Rodhatton, head up to Chonington. Now he's not going to do that this time because he's already on his way here, but next time round he'll start making his way there. Oh, that's the mail only train. Let's leave him. Same with this guy. Send him to Chonington. In fact, what I should have done here was shared orders, so I don't have to do all of this. But never mind, it's too late for that. This guy will be the first one, I imagine, to get here, because he's not yet got that far. I think that's everyone. I think that's all the trains. Oi, that's a lot of scrap metal. In fact, is this train? He's quite young. He's quite young, and he's the most pathetic of the pathetics. Right, I'm gonna upgrade him. I'm gonna spend a bit of money. I'm gonna give him a faster, more powerful train. Hey, there we go. The plane's finally arrived. Look, he's look at his reliability, 11. Yeah, that's got to go. Get in, you. Take him away. One of the diesels that's got good reliability. Hendry, it's the cheapest to run. Doesn't need the most amount of power. Can't even get to the top speed. But, I'll say that, can he? $62 I saw there, not quite 80, but that's fine. There we go, first train's finally got to Chonington. So he should be better now. He's going to be going back and forth more frequently. He'll be able to take more loads because he's not only is he going to be quicker, but he won't be breaking down so much. So hopefully that scrap metal, I want to say we should go down, but by doing it more frequently that will increase the ratings and that will increase production, but it'll be better than the slow patheticness that it is now. That much I do know. Right, back to planes. So, town directories. Deed Town. Deed Town, do you look like you could easily have an airport somewhere? I mean, yeah, you're quite open on one side here. You've already got one of my competitors, Fronley Transport, and they're liking you. So the town is going to be growing because of you. The question is, can I put an airport in a useful place? That would have been a nice one there, but I'd probably get into trouble for adjusting all of the land. Let's turn on transparent buildings. See, I can't get in there, that hotel's in the way, but being near a hotel isn't a bad thing. Maybe out the back there? Out here? I mean, I get some of the bigger buildings down here. And speaking of bigger, there's a bigger plane. Let's see, can I put... I can't put that there because there's houses. but D-Town Airport can go there. So D-Town. You can also have a Darwin 100. But again, where actually are you? I don't know where you are in relation to everything else. So you are closer, by the looks of it. Oh, actually no, you're slap bang in the middle, aren't you? Yeah, look, there's the top. Oh no, you're slightly closer to the top. So let's go with, if you're closer to the top, that means Tralo is close. So let's send you to Tralo. Got some passengers at Tralo now. So obviously putting the airport in there has made a bit of a difference. D-Town here is also starting to get passengers. Oh, better hovercraft now. Fun times. So where would be another good place? Prebrook. Strange name for a town, but you know, that's what it is. Can I get an airport that's not only getting the outskirts? In there would have been awesome, but obviously I can't do that. Not ideal in my opinion. Wow, Prebrook's now the second biggest. Man, that jumped. Man, that jumps around a lot. Let's look at Guestable. Guestable. GG. Jester. Oh, who knows? Doesn't matter. I'm sitting forever trying to work out how things are pronounced in this game. If we do this corner, we get a decent amount. Ah, it doesn't fit, does it? Because there's a building there now. So let's dump it up here. Oh, yeah, that's way better because we've got the distillery that's slap bang in the middle of town there as well. So that would be the beneficial one. It's just whether I do it there or there. I'm only gaining road there, aren't I? So I'm not really gaining any passengers there. I am gaining passengers there. So you be the better place. So again, a Darwin 100. Go to there. Now you are on the, let's call this the south coast. I don't really know. There's no real, because of the isometric, it's hard to tell which is which. But I'll call this one the south coast. Oh look, Akport's right there. We can do a short one to Akport. That's going to be a nice easy one. Oh wow, yeah, they're very close together. But that's fine because it means it will be frequent trips rather than just one long trip per month. We can do multiple, and that will obviously help with ratings because they're not too good here at the moment. But they will increase as we put down more and more airports. I feel like Toughwait's going to be up on the list here. Yeah, look, it's coming up. Goddingstone. Do you have a good spot for an airport? Might be able to put one there. I can probably get away with that. Just trimming these bits of hills here. Otherwise, nowhere else is going to be good. There's a river there. There's hills down here. Obviously, no buildings. I could put it up here. Ooh. Let's hold off on Goddingstone. Toughwait, do you have a good spot? I think you're right next to Akport, aren't you? So there's going to be no point in planes for that. Windwich. Ooh, that's a nice spot right there. Oh, if only that building wasn't there. That way I could have got some of Lewis Way and Windwich. I suppose I can do the exact same thing here and get the other side as well with It's that Standing Castle that doesn't have a castle. Let's do that one. And you got the hotel. So again, there's no reason why I'm going for Darwin's. They're just a plane that happens to have the right numbers on it. What we got nearby? I think there was one on this coast, wasn't there, somewhere? Oh no, it was Prebrook. It was here that I haven't put one on. So your closest looks like it's going to be Akport. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one. And instead of sending it to Akport, I'll send it to the next one over, which was here, Guestable. Oh. So we've got some planes on the go, and they should all be starting to bring in a little bit of money. I mean, obviously the older they are, the longer they've been. So this one here is obviously the first one, and he's doing not bad at all. This one, not so much. So where did he come from? D-Town, so yeah, he's up here. D-Town, yeah, there's no reason why he shouldn't be making a ton of money. In fact, I'm going to clone him because there are so many people here at D-Town that, you know, we need more planes coming from here. Tralo has next to nobody. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because of the one-way nature of it. So Tralo needs to grow, which it says it isn't doing for whatever reason. But, you know, it will grow at some point. It clearly has been growing. Oh no, look, it's dropped way down. Way down the list. That was up here, second, wasn't it? Yeah, well, let's see, what can we do at Akport to increase ratings? I could do a mail plane. Oh, Fronley's still having problems with money. So Akport's got a mail issue. Does D-Town have a mail issue? Does a bit. So we could do a D-Town to Akport mail only plane. So so we can do that. So let's buy another Darwin 100. We'll refit it to mail. So now it just takes 205 bags of mail rather than 170 passengers and 35 bags. So you go to D-Town and then go to Wildborough. We've got any other big towns that I need to look at? Choditch. I'll go with Choditch. Child. Lunningdore. They like their fountains in Lunningdore, don't they? That one for six fountains, and should be called the Fountain Town or something stupid. They've got a nice little setup going on here, haven't they? Oh, interesting. Okay, that's out. So they're not using this stockyard at all. They're just driving through it, straight through the middle of it. Different. I'll give them that. Right, let's head back up to here. See my company headquarters here has developed a tiny little bit. That's nice to see. How are steel and all that sort of stuff doing? Steel is still a problem, despite having additional trains. Or did I? 1, 2. Did I make space for additional trains and then not actually make any additional trains? That seems like a stupid thing to have done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I made space so that we can have, like, what's that? 5 trains, and then didn't make any more. Or I put one more on by the looks of it. How's this dude's reliability? 88% compared to 95. Might change him up in a bit, but let's see how they get on. The scrap metal here has gone so much higher. I'm not sure quite why that's a thing, but sadly there's literally nothing I can do about that. It's too sandwiched in there. I could make another station, but I don't feel like that would be beneficial. Surely, you know, this guy should be able to handle 270 tons a trip, and he's going pretty quickly, but apparently not quick enough. Even the ratings, it says it's poor, but it's always there. It's always there. It's always taking a full load. Bizarre. And the ratings for steel are good, and there's hardly anything there all the time. How bizarre. Anyway, who am I to question these things? So, is there anything that needs dealing with? Don't think so. Let's look at the station list. We'll change it to total waiting cargo, and we'll sort it by highest first. And yeah, obviously Quarborough Boneyard comes up with that 3,000 tons of scrap metal. Not much we can do about that, as I said. So what's next then? Standon, Castle Bar, Grill and Rooms has an inordinate amount of passengers, as does Deeptown. So let's do Darwin 300. That's the big one, isn't it? 300 passengers. The reliability is still a bit low for my liking, so I will do just a single plane. We'll go between D-Town and Standard Bar. Standard Bar. And then I'm going to clone that guy. And I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to let him take off. So he's, you know, got a bit of a gap. Oh, there was something new there. More new aircrafts. It's there. So now we've got some additional planes flying to Standon Castle, Bar, Grill and Rooms. Still got Friendly Transport coming up with issues. I'm sure they're fine. They just need to stop building. Look, new vehicles every year, 1 million, and so they're losing 1 million and therefore not making any profit. If they just stopped building for just a little bit, they could let this money build up, and then they could pay off their £820,000 loan. I mean, the AI on this is a little bit mad. Yeah, this one's just as bad, 800,000. They're just constantly building, not long enough to pay that off. Me, on the other hand, don't have a loan at all, and I've got 11 million in the bank. But that doesn't mean that I'm winning. Okay, well, in this case it does, but it doesn't mean I'm necessarily winning, because if you look at company value, their company values are relatively okay. 2 million, 8 million, and mine's up at 14. So, what to do next? I've got a bunch of airports now. We've got a bunch of airplanes that are going out there and being awesome. They're all earning wow, actually really good money. That's the reason why the AI goes for them, because they're good money. Obviously, way better than the trains. Yeah, look, these are rarely into the hundreds. We've got 100,000 there. A couple of 100,000s here and there. But obviously the planes are just totally killing it right now. But I just prefer this. So we've got a hotel which produced more passengers. What can we do to get, obviously, passengers there? We've already got them. But alcohol and food. Now we've got a distillery right here. So that's, you know, a perfect spot. Is that a fruit farm there? And a fruit farm. So alcohol to that, to the Standon Castle Bar, Grills and Rooms, it's actually going to be pretty easy. That would just leave food. How could we get food? Do we have... We've got a stockyard there, and we could take the livestock from there. Is there a stockyard down here? There's one there, look. Because this place would already have a station for the fruit, it just makes sense I'd make use of the livestock whilst it's there. So I could do that down to there, and then food from there around. Does that make sense? That will increase the passengers here. Not that I necessarily need that, because there's already more passengers than I can handle. And same goes for mail as well. So let's get a mail plane on the go. Let's refit him first before I forget. So you go there. Let's go back to my station list. Do I have anywhere else? Guest Stable Airport has a mail issue. You can go there. So yeah, that's sorted. Let's go and make. And see now, I don't even know where that was. There it is. So let's make some trains. Let's do some electrified trains. I will need just two, I think. Should be fine. Alcohol in and food. Although maybe I should do 4. Should I just do a massive station? Because this could end up being a massive place, couldn't it? Yeah, let's do a massive station. Don't have to use all of the platforms, of course. Here can be something like that. And here can have... No, just put it there so it doesn't have to go up the hill too much. So first things first, let's get a train for the fruit. So I can either use diesels or I can use the electric train now. The reliability's there. Massively more expensive to buy and to run, but it's much faster. So I'm going to stick with the good old UU. It's reliable and it's got the right speed. And it's goods vans, wasn't it? It was fruit, yes. And I'll go with 5 for the minute. Again, can always expand it. It goes there. And this one needs to cut through the middle and go to there. And I'll do the same for him. This time oil tankers because they're the alcohol ones. Refit to alcohol. You go there, get a full load, and then go to there. Now, I was going to say that's going to be his first delivery, so he's not going to have anything yet, but there should now be, well, some fruit. This is a prime example of a farm that's going to need farm supplies, because that is a dire amount of fruit that he's going to be delivering. So where would we get farming supplies from is the big question. So farm supplies come from a dock, and there's no dock here. We've got a fishing harbour, which is another option for food, which we could have used, but there's no other proper docks around. More fishing ones. Yeah, bit of a tricky point for him, unless there's something down here. There's one. Nedton Port, that can blast straight up here and join in there to deliver those goods. That's definitely a possibility. But what it really is a possibility for next week's episode, because it is the end of this particular episode. So thank you very much for joining me. As usual, if you like these episodes, give me a like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, it will really help me out. Get the bell on if you don't want to miss it and you want a notification. And yeah, just keep coming back, keep watching these. Comments as well. Obviously I'll take in all your comments and suggestions. Again, future episodes or future series, I might do some sort of more challenges, so if you've got any ideas for that, drop those in the comments. I'll take those on board as well. And yeah, I'll see you next time.